Welcome to the Discovery School in Jacksonville Beach, Florida. We are home to over 200 students ages 18 months all the way through grade 8. In today's video, we will be sharing with you some important tips about toddler age.
Hi, I'm Julia Allen with the Discovery School. I am a lead teacher in the Toddler 3 classroom, and today we'll be discussing sleep regressions. Sleep regressions can be completely normal, whether they happen at 3 months or 3 years. They happen to every single family, and it can be a very trying time, but it's also a time of development and a time to learn the new patterns that your child is presenting. Sleep regressions usually revolve around a new stage of development, whether it's crawling, walking, or closer to 3 years old when their imagination comes into play. This always happens because their brain is developing at such a rapid pace that the hormones in their brain are getting interrupted during the sleep. First thing to look at when a child is going through a sleep regression is to take a step back, look at their nap time routines, look at your routines as a family. Has anything changed? Are you traveling? Are they stressed? All of these can affect a child's sleep. The next thing to do is stay consistent. I'm a mom of 2, and so I know at the end of the day it's very hard to keep your bedtime routine the exact same every single night, but it does help children, give them those cues that they need to see that this is the time for an extended period of sleep, different from a nap. With bedtime routines, talk to your child about it if they're old enough and see what they want to do. Is it 1 book? Is it 3 books? Do they want to ask you questions before bed? Does it include a bath time? Figure out what works best for your family, but then keep it the same every single night. Just like anything else in life, sleep is a learned skill, so our children need some extra time and preparation learning this skill. Something that happens to a lot of families is co-sleeping when the sleep regression begins. If that's what you're comfortable with, that is totally fine, but it's up to you to set these new boundaries. If you want them in your bed, then that will become your new routine. If you want them in their bed, then keep that the same and keep that as part of their routine. If a child's old enough and they are out of a crib and in a big bed already, and they're coming into your room each night, you can always take them back to their bed and reassure them. The biggest thing with this, with parents, is to stay calm in these moments, because if you feel stressed, the child will also feel stressed. So if it takes taking them back 3 times, 10 times in an evening, then that's what it'll take. Another tidbit I have is to look at your screen time. Are they watching TV right before bed? Studies show that this is detrimental to their sleep patterns because it gets their brain just in overdrive right before they're supposed to be settling down. So think of more relaxing activities that you can be doing, but right before bedtime. I know this was just a very basic overview of sleep regressions, so if you have some more questions about co-sleeping or how to return your child to their own room if they've been sleeping in your room for a while, or questions about screen time awareness, please leave some comments underneath and we will get to them as soon as we can.